There's a lot of edgy Vegeta shirts out there, but none like this. This is the first ever Ultra Ego Vegeta shirt. Instead of following Kakarot, be like Vegeta and walk your own path through life. Now available in the Geekdom 101 store. You can get it in multiple sizes, even up to 5X, and numerous colors, which you can preview right here on the website, plus different styles of shirts as well. You can also get phone cases and stickers and posters and all kinds of different ways to view this awesome art. But remember, these are all limited edition, so pick yours up right now. The link will be in the description to buy the Ultra Ego Walk Your Own Path merch line. Chapter 81 of the Dragon Ball Super manga features Goku fighting Gas, and that fight will continue into Chapter 82, which is what we're talking about today on this video. As always, every month I'm joined by Mr. Senpai over here, and we're going to be discussing our official preview to Chapter 82. Now, I read the comments of the stuff going on in Chapter 81, and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, like tons and tons of people were writing in saying that they believe, a lot of you guys, that Goku and Gas teleported to planet Vampa and that we're going to see Broly appear for the first time officially in the manga, not that one page Totoro drew, like actually in the manga after the movie, and confront Gas, fight Gas. One of you guys even said he's going to beat Gas. I don't think that's going to happen, but they think, a lot of people think he's in this next chapter and they're going to go to Vampa. We'll be discussing that on this video today. But first, I got to get this out. I've been holding this in for a couple days now, Mr. Senpai. I got to get out my wild prediction for Chapter 82. My wild prediction is... Leave a like, by the way, before I give you this wild prediction. Go ahead and leave a like right now. My wild prediction is that I think, and if you're new, subscribe, that I think that Monaito is a dead man. We've been talking about this for months. I think Chapter 82, we're finally going to see Monaito get taken out. I think he's history. I think it's going to happen now. I really think it'll be in this chapter. What do you think?
The purpose of Monaito was to drive the story and to become a healer. But he got caught in Chapter 8, in this Chapter 81. Now that he got caught, he is seen as a liability in terms of the way the bad guys see him, as somebody that needs to be taken out immediately, priority. Otherwise, he's going to continue to heal Granola, Goku, Vegeta. So, yes, he is going to die not because that's his fate in terms of the way he was written, but because he serves a bigger purpose. And the purpose is further character development for Granola. Right now, Granola is anchored to his surrogate father, which is Monaito. Right after this fight is over, Granola needs a purpose for going forward.
Well, he's already got the purpose of getting revenge because of his mother. But I think this will add...
That's going to be over.
Well, I meant... what I was talking about is I think that Monaito's death is like, you killed my mother, you killed my surrogate father, Alec, your history type of thing. I think it's going to drive Granola's anger up a lot more. I could see it to where Monaito heals... Monaito heals Granola, and then boom, Alec shoots him. And then Granola looks and he just powers up and just goes nuts and goes rage on him. That's totally a Dragon Ball moment right there.
I mean, that would be cool. But we've seen something like that more towards the Saiyans, where they would really, they would power up and then go to a new transformation.
Right, but I think Granola's going to be really mad, is what I'm saying.
Well, but ultimately, yeah, he's going to die. He's gone.
Yes. Now, I think he'll die earlier in the chapter, and I think that's when we'll see Granola snap. Or it could be in the middle of the chapter, because there's also a possibility about... Let's talk about Vegeta real quick, okay? So Vegeta gave Goku some of his energy. He doesn't have a lot of energy left, very little. Could we see him fight Maki and Oil? Maki and Oil aren't as strong as Gas, and maybe Vegeta can take them on. And if they do fight him, I can see Oil and Maki beating him up. He's trying to fight them, but he's too tired, so he's getting beat up by Oil and Maki, and that could be the moment after after Granola gets healed, where Granola steps in and saves Vegeta from Oil and Maki. Wait a minute. you saved a Saiyan? I thought you hated them. And that's going to be the development of Granola going forward, bro. I believe that's going to happen. I actually really think it's going to happen, dude. I don't think that's too wild to believe. What do you think about that scenario?
Well, the thing about Vegeta is whether he has energy or not, he is still a fighter.
Yeah.
He knows how to fight. He trains all the time. So taking on somebody like Maki and Oatmeal, that should be a piece of cake.
I mean, oil.
Yeah, it's and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be challenging without him having energy and his stamina being depleted. But
He might get beat up.
He can hold on long enough for Granola to do something about it, to kind of assist. Because keep in mind that Alec, he's not a fighter, and he has things to do. He has business elsewhere, and that is going to be his priority in the next chapter, is getting out of that situation. Now that his defender, which is Gas, he's not there anymore. So there's nobody to protect him. And he knows that Oil and Maki are not reliable. So he's going to get the hell out of there.
I think similar to what you just said, I think Granola is going to destroy. I think he's going to one-shot one of them. I believe that Granola will power up and one-shot either Oil or Maki. Then the other one he might have a little bit of trouble with, but not really. And while Granola's distracted, I think Alec will hightail it out of there. I think he says, they screw this. And that's how we're going to know. That'll be the moment when we know that Alec is a scumbag, because that's his family. And he's abandoning them for his own life. And we've been talking about that, you and I, about how this guy doesn't care about anybody but himself. Well, lo and behold, what a great way to tell the reader that than to have him dip when super-powered Granola is destroying his freaking brother and sister. So that's going to happen. I do think it's going to happen.
When Chapter 81 gets animated, that scene where he says, I will do anything for you, little brother, I believe it's going to get animated
Sarcasm.
in a sarcastic way.
Yeah,
sarcasm. He didn't mean any of that, bro.
I'll do anything, little brother. Yeah, I can see that. Bro.
He's just a pawn.
Dude, this finale could actually be pretty good, bro. We've criticized this chapter. You, me, Unreal, Emish. We've criticized this arc, but this could have a pretty good ending. Now, I also believe that Oatmeal is going to have a critical role in this chapter coming up, because Granola can't see. Now, Monaito could heal that, but maybe he won't, or maybe he'll get some eyesight back, but it's not going to be like perfect eyesight before. And I think he's going to need Oatmeal to tell him what's going on, to relay information to him so that he knows what to do. I think Oatmeal will have a very important part, not only in this next chapter, maybe the one after that even.
Well, there's another purpose for Oatmeal. If it's not to assist Granola, perhaps it's to spy on or keep an eye on what is Alec up to.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
You
So
know,
he could chase. Alec could leave. He could chase after him. Oatmeal. I mean.
Yeah. Oatmeal from a distance, and he can relay information back to Granola. Because we need to know what Alec is up to, right? And if these guys are busy fighting, then yeah, that would make sense for Oatmeal to do.
Do you still think that this manga arc's going to end in April? Because I know the movie's coming out in April, but now the way that this is being paced, this last chapter, I think if they ended in April, which is 2 chapters left, it'd be rushed. I'm now predicting, could be wrong, I'm predicting it's going to be around June, July when this is going to end. What do you think?
If it wasn't for the instant transmission and teleportation that's been happening, I would have said April.
Right.
But it's very obvious that they're teasing something that's going to be coming.
They're also spreading out the fight more.
Spreading out the fight and spreading it out in 2 different planes. You have Goku and
I like that. Gas.
Yeah. So it's going to probably end in the summer, sometime in the summer, maybe July, August at the latest.
You know what it could be? Because I know a lot of people, including you, were thinking it was going to come out because of the movie coming out, and then they were going to go to the next arc. But now we have confirmation from the new poster that Goten and Trunks are older, so this movie cannot take place before the Granola and Mora arc. It has to be after. So
yeah, it's after.
Because of that, there's really no pressure for Toyotaro to finish, but it could also be that Akio announced in the summer they were going to put the movie in North America out in the he announced it was going to be North American release in the summer. So it could be they're postponing it for that, because if the North American release is going to be in the summer, that tells me that the Latin American, Mexico, and South America are going to be around the same time, because the absolute biggest market for Dragon Ball outside of Japan is the Spanish people and the English people, which is basically you and I, both of them. So people of our heritage are going to be wanting to see this movie. There's no question it'll be out in the summer in both those countries. Now I can't speak for France or Germany. That's probably going to be France is pretty big in Dragon Ball, but that's going to be later. But I think for us, we're going to get it in the summer, so they could be waiting for that. So let's talk about Goku versus Gas. He teleported off the planet. People are saying, where'd he go? Well, he could have returned to Planet Cereal, but I don't think so. I don't think that's the cliffhanger. The 4 suspects that you and I talked about, well, there's 5, but the 5th one I'm going to disqualify right now, and that's Earth. I don't think he's going to take... Yeah, go ahead.
Goku may have been born at night, but he wasn't born last night, all right? So,
he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's not going to take Gas to a planet where that could be in jeopardy of being destroyed, where his family's at. That's not happening. And then, so I think Earth is out. We've got these last 4 options. Planet Namek, Planet Vampa, Planet Beerus, Beerus's planet, or a mystery planet that has not been revealed yet, where maybe Beerus is at, or somebody else. Or it could just be a new planet where nobody's at just because he wanted to get Gas away from Jocko. But I think those are the 4 suspects. It would be interesting if he went to Planet Namek. I don't think that's going to happen because we just saw that in the Moro arc. So I don't think we're going to see Namek. So do you agree with me? We're not going to be Namek?
Yeah, let's endanger the Namekians. Yeah, let's put it.
so the only thing I can think of is Planet Vampa, where he knows that his boy Broly is at, and Planet Beerus, where he knows that Whis and Beerus are at. And I mean, the argument about Beerus being as strong as Gas, that's a different debate for a different video, but we know he ain't stronger than Whis. We know Whis would laugh at him if he tried to do anything. But what do you think, bro? It's down to Vampa and Planet Beerus, if you ask me. Or a new planet. Let's do process of elimination based on the limitations of instant transmission as it pertains to Goku. So Goku has some limitations. The way it kind of works, think of it like a star. The farther it is, the more powerful of a telescope that you need. Right.
And the light shifts to redshifted. So if you have a weak character like Krillin, for example, even if he's nearby, he needs to. Well, the farther he is, the more he needs to power up in order for Goku to detect it.
Absolutely.
Same with Gohan. Somebody as powerful as Gohan, the farther that he is, the more he needs to power up. We saw that in Dragon Ball Super. But if you're nearby, like Jacko, you could be weak like Jacko, and he can still detect you.
Because he knows you.
Because he knows you. Beerus is likely very far away, but his key signature is obviously massive.
Goku and very familiar.
And familiar. And that's another limitation. It needs to be familiar. When it comes to Broly, Broly may be far away. But if he's training, he should be able to detect Broly. That's a place where I believe that it would make sense. So
a lot of people want that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because you also need backup. And Goku knows this. He knows that he can't do this by himself. At this point, he is just stalling for time. He's not trying to take Gas to another planet to fight him. He's trying to put him into a trap where he can either get backup, for example, Broly, or maybe something could happen with Beerus.
So do you think, I want to ask you about the Broly thing, do you think that it's going to be like that scene in the movie where Frieza or Vegeta and Goku are like, hey, Frieza, catch, and then Broly's just beating up Frieza, where he goes over there, he enrages Broly, and then Broly just goes off on Gas? I mean, look, if we're power scaling, which we're not, but let's say we do it here, Gas should be able to annihilate Broly because he's the strongest in the universe. But maybe he'll get caught off guard. It happens. You know, even if you're the strongest, you might still get caught off guard. So I don't think Broly's going to beat Gas. I could see Broly fighting Gas. He's not going to be able to win that fight. Beerus, on the other hand, that's a bit more difficult to figure out because, like I said, that's a debate for another video, but it would still be interesting if Beerus was there, and even if Gas mouths off to Beerus, like even that would be interesting, and Beerus just smacks him or does something. I don't know. What do you think?
So if it's between Beerus and Broly, as much as I would like to see Broly, he hasn't been part of the story at all. But
yeah,
Whis,
there's
Whis
no
and
teasers.
Beerus have
Right.
And on top of that, Gas probably doesn't know who Beerus is. So obviously Beerus is not gonna get involved. But if he gets attacked, he's gonna get involved.
Right.
And that's the opportunity that we've been waiting for. fans have been wondering what happens if the most powerful warrior fights a god of destruction. Is Beerus multiple times stronger than Goku? Well, we're gonna find out because the
Yes,
wish
if
was
that
to become the
happens.
strongest warrior in the universe. Does that exclude the gods?
No,
Or
they no,
does that?
they already said it includes the gods. They said that when Goroma made the wish, right? But because the way that's not the same wish that Alec made, but I also feel like the dragon's limitations will stop him from making a character as strong as the god. So Beerus counts as a god, and thus it is an interesting toss up because I don't know. Again, I could make an entire video where I explain why, and I was going to, and I might still do it, why Goku surpassed Beerus. But in the manga, it's a little bit different. In the anime, there's a lot of evidence that Goku surpassed Beerus. In the manga, there's more evidence that Beerus is still stronger. And I'm going to eventually make that video, I don't know when, later this year. But unless we actually get this, and we might find out. Because if Gas beats up on Beerus, that's going to be... People are going to be, bro, Twitter is going to be a shitstorm, and Facebook if that happens. And if Beerus beats up on Gas, I think people will be okay with it, honestly. I feel that way.
But that's the thing. That would be an epic ending. Imagine him beating up on Beerus, and we finally see some sort of weakness from Beerus.
That would be something.
Up to this point, he's just invincible compared to all the other mortals.
Right.
So that would be interesting. However, when it comes to Broly as a character, that could strengthen the relationship between Goku and Broly. We've seen them fight each other, but have we seen them really fight together? This could be an opportunity for that.
Yes, we might see them fight together in the movie, possibly, or we might see them fight together in the arc. I mean, for all we know, we talk about how the arc might end before the movie. It's not going to, I don't think, but seeing Goku and Broly team up, we might see it in the arc before we see it in the movie. Even though I feel like Broly would just rage out. We don't even know how much Broly has trained or how much stronger he's gotten since the movie. But, yeah, what do y'all think in the comments? I still believe that the answer is another planet we haven't seen yet, but... Or maybe just somewhere else on the same planet. It might even be there. It could be there on the same planet with Jocko, just the other side of it. We could see that. Who knows? What were you going to say?
But Goku can't lock on to planets. He can only lock on to familiar signatures.
But if there's a planet close by that he sees, he might be able to teleport to it. If it's like a moon or something, it could be that.
That's true, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It could work either way.
But to what end? That is the thing. Is he just hopping planet to planet? I believe he needs backup. He needs assistance. So it's either going to be to Beerus' home planet and kind of annoy Beerus, or Broly.
Right.
That's the only person who can take him on. Nobody on Earth can really assist him.
Right.
Oh, we forgot about Mirrors.
Well, no, Mirrors could have been on that mystery planet, but we don't know how strong. We don't know anything about him since he lost his power, his angel power. I mean, you know what I mean?
So
yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows?
The last possibility could be Frieza, but
doubtful.
But why? he wouldn't be on a planet. He would be on his ship.
On his ship, most likely.
Which would put Goku at a disadvantage. Because if that ship gets destroyed, he's done. Well,
not just that. I know he would survive the explosion. He's Goku, but
but he can't breathe in space.
Well,
that's in the vacuum of space.
That's a whole other video, bro. Because some people, don't even start that up. Bro. That's gonna be another debate. But and that'll be a separate video. But let us know. Oh, you started a lot of debates today, bro. But that's how it is. Let us know in the comments how you feel about this. How you feel about Chapter 82, your predictions, and we'll find out in about a month who is a great prognosticator. We'll talk to you then.